Hello world, it is Saturday, June 19th, 2021, and this morning in Defiance it's kind of overcast, windy, kind of stormy, and I think it's going to be like that off and on all day today. The devotion I'm going to be reading today, I'm actually going to be reading from the book Rise Up, Spirituality for Resistance. And the title of the devotion is Death Beckons and Heals, written by Ann Hoffman. And Ann bases the devotion upon Numbers chapter 21, verse 9. So Moses made a serpent of bronze and put it on a pole, and whenever a serpent bit someone, that person would look at the serpent of bronze and live. And Ann writes, "You are bone tired. You have the look of someone who wants to step into a warm bath but doesn't have the energy to turn on the water. How can I help? I'll give you what I have. A small card with these words, handwritten and held in the arms of a papier-mâché puppet on my desk. It reads, 'One of these days you'll be dead.' I look at it every time I feel myself losing heart. Facing the serpent is what I call this practice. I call it facing the truth of my impermanent, fragile self and letting that reality flood the present with its inevitability. He knew, that ancient Moses man, there in the desert. He knew that death is also the great healer, the leveler, and author of empathy and compassion. We will all die, whether we will be transformed in the twinkling or disappear into the light, no one really knows. But in its inexorable force lies a connection between all us humans, past and present, that cannot help but breed love. We are all mortal together. I live in that. I'm here now, connected to everything by this truth, doing what I can." And Ann's prayer. Cover me, O God, in the courage of an ordinary life. Let me imagine the children of tomorrow living under a blue and open sky. Doesn't matter if they never know that it was my heart that broke or how my bones ache to see their future. It's enough to see their tomorrow faces open and full of the sun. Amen. When I read this devotion, it spoke to me in this sense of understanding our connection with one another. None of us gets out of here alive. We all have the same fate, so to speak. So why not make the best of it and love each other and create heaven on earth while we're still alive? Because our lives are fleetingly short. And so why not spend the time, rather than dwelling in anger or animosity or greed, why not spend this time together in love, recognizing our fellow humanity with all those around us? And I think it's probably even more important to think about that with today being June 19th or Juneteenth, the day in which the enslaved peoples in Texas finally heard, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was made, that they were no longer slaves, that they were free. Remember that we're all human. We all have the same fate. And we're all interconnected with one another. And the connection between all of us is God's love. Hope you get a chance to join us tomorrow for worship. Music begins about 10:15. Worship or announcements are about 10:27, and worship immediately following that. Take care, and I hope you have a good day.